Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope everyone's having an awesome morning so far. We are off to an amazing start. So today's episode, I wanted to go ahead and get on here and just kind of talk about why we are doing what we do. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, why are we trading, or why are you trading, more or less? I want to kind of go ahead and start diving into sort of helping everyone create sort of a trade plan, if you will, from scratch. You know what I mean? So kind of just diving into the first and foremost is your reason why. Why are you trading? Why did you get into trading? If you've ever thought about that, is it to make quick money? Is it to, quit your 9 to 5, just have some vacation money? Everyone's why is going to be different. Not everybody's why is going to be the same, and that's okay because we all have different goals. So trying to discover why you're trading is first and foremost, I would say, very key to creating somewhat of a trade plan. Because we cannot be in these markets without having a specific trade plan. We need to know why we are doing what we do in order to succeed in what we do. And your reasons are all going to be different, and that's completely fine. So me, for instance, I always had this obsession with Wall Street, always, since I was a kid. I don't know why, but it's just always really fascinated me and things like that. And I've always wanted to be a trader professionally, and this is my sort of segue into that. Am I going to be a 100% professional? No, but I have a firm grasp of what's going on now, and that's good enough for me. Now, you got to understand that this journey that we're on this trading journey, doesn't necessarily mean we need to be on this journey just to be super rich. Be realistic. And that's another problem that I have with this social media stuff, is that it sets unrealistic expectations. If you know why you're trading, let's say you're a normal person like myself, if you have a steady source of income, that's great. That's amazing. You may not love your job, but you have a job, and that's something to be grateful for. And then learning how to trade can only add to that job. Now, if you want to trade to quit your 9 to 5, and that's a completely different story. And that also requires a different level of focus as well. Because if you think you're just going to place a couple trades every day and then that's going to be it, then you're hugely mistaken. Because think about it. Now, say you have a job that's manual labor. Would you rather do 10 to 12 hours of manual labor or sit in front of the charts from 8:30 to 3? I know when I worked a normal job, when I used to work, 11-hour days, I'd work from 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. I would give anything to get off at 3 o'clock every day or 4 o'clock. I used to think that was amazing when people would come in and, they would tell me like, oh, I'm done for the day. I just got off work, and it was only like 2 or 3. And I'm like, man, I got like 3-4 more hours to go, and I would get to work when the sun was down, and then I would get off of work when the sun was going down. So it was, I only dreamt of sitting in front of these charts full time. That's because I wanted to be a trader full time. I want to be a trader. And like I said in my last episode yesterday, is that I want my influence to be a byproduct of my trading, first and foremost, which is why I'm focused on being the best trader I possibly can. Now, if I become an influencer because of any of it, then great. But if I don't, trading is my main focus and knowledge that I am trading for. So it all comes down to your why. And that also, too, can translate to how much time and effort you put into this. Now, if you want, let's say, extra money, right? Which is completely fine. That's super normal. It's completely fine. If you want to learn trading just to, not feel so bad when you take a day off, like you're missing out on money, but you have this on the back end. You have some income coming in from trading on the back end, or you want to just put away extra savings in retirement, or you want to just save up money so you can take a little vacation with the family. Use your trading to take a vacation, or whatever it is. Got that eye on that motorcycle or car you've been looking at, whatever the case may be. And it's all doable, guys. It's all doable. We don't need to just kind of buckshot approach this whole thing and just shoot from the hip, and aim and hope we hit something. It does require a certain level of focus, and you got to just drill down to why you're doing this. So in the segment that I'm coming up with, which is helping everybody develop a trade plan, I want to go ahead and start off with why. Why are you doing this? What are your long-term, short-term, and medium-term goals with this? Where do you want to be with this? Because doing this profession, or even doing this trade, so to speak, it takes a lot of time and effort, and that time and effort could be spent elsewhere. Let's say you just want to put it into a retirement account or something like that, then you can just go ahead and get a retirement account and let that thing follow the markets, and you wouldn't have to worry about this. It's you got to go with the path of least resistance, when it comes to things like this. Now, if you want to make day trading your full-time occupation, then think about what goes into that. Think about the occupation you have now. Let's say you are working a job, and let's say you went to school to get a degree for that job. You went to school for 2 to 4 years, and then you got out, maybe interned, maybe not, and then you got the job, which you have to work 40 plus hours at. If it's a regular job, 40 plus hours. How much time did you put in to learn that job and to learn that skill? And you went to a 4-year college and got a degree on that skill. So think about that. You want to jump into trading and think it's going to happen overnight, and I don't need to put much effort. No, that requires the same effort, maybe even a little more, especially when you're trading during like the live market opens. You know what I mean? You have to lock in. When I'm on these markets, yes, the camera's rolling, the mic is on, but my phone is on do not disturb. All my emails are silent. You do not bother me until I'm done. You know what I mean? Because I have to lock in and stay laser focused on what's going on in front of me. But yeah, guys, just find out why you're trading, what makes you want to trade, and then you can focus everything based on that. We can start going down the line based on your why and the reason you want to be in this in the first place, because this is not an easy road. And I think everyone that's been in this space for a little while knows that. So just make sure you have your why drilled down, and just, we can go ahead and start to focus on that. But we'll get further into that as episodes go on, creating this trade plan so we can successfully tackle these markets in a meaningful manner. But it is 8:29 a.m. my time. I'm getting ready to lock in for market open. So as always, I really appreciate y'all tuning in to this episode today, and we'll have more for y'all in the next few coming days. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have an awesome day. All right, fam. So it is market open right now. Let's see what we got going on. Looks like we were in an overnight uptrend. Looks like the sellers took price down past that 5,500, and what it do? Came right back to retest that 5,500, and then they broke above it. So in the short term, looks like we are going bullish on this. Let's see what news we have for today. Today's the 30th. That's already going on. Let's see, at 9:30 we have the CPI, but this is for the Aussie some JPY news, Bank of Japan. So it's a pretty heavy news day overseas if you're watching this from the US. If not, then if it's in your hometown, then that's what's happening. But I think we'd be pretty confident today to take some longs here. And of course, as always, I'm just looking for the retracement and looking to get involved as soon as possible. Let's see here, make sure everything's in accordance. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like buyers are strong this morning. Looks like they're gonna run it up a little more. We have some resistance here. Let's see. We had some resistance yesterday. This is where the market actually took a turn yesterday. This is where it took a turn to the downside. And that was right at 55.25. Yep, 55.25. So let's see what happens when they want to push that up to 55.25. We're looking at that level right here. And it's like I explained when I use these VWAP bands, I use them as zones. Okay, these are zones. I don't trade reversals off of them. I only use them as zones. Now, if price so happens to reverse from that zone, then that's another thing. But I only use them as zones to kind of gauge and see what price is doing at that level. Now, when I trade these Hakinashi candles, depending on these candles, when they flat bottom like this, you see this candle right here, how it has a flat bottom, flat bottom, flat bottom. That means that sellers didn't stand a chance at this point. And this one looks the same as of right now. But yeah, so there's been flat bottoming, flat bottom. So when I see these flat bottoms, you can be interested in going long on the next candle, because that's a very, very strong signal from the candle itself. But yeah, this morning, I'm just going to go ahead and say we're going to be on the long side today. I'm going to wait for a retracement if we do so happen to get one, and then I may look to take this long. I could also enter in a continuation, but I prefer to get it on the pullback if I can get one. But we'll see what happens. That 55.25, guys, 55.25, this level here, and then this same thing over here. That looks like one of the target levels, I believe, that they want to sweep. I think they want to go for that this morning, and they want to get that 55.25 level. If we get a rejection off of it and maybe a bounce and retest, if I get one rejection off of 55.25, or let's say over here 55.25, and it comes down and I get an entry signal to go long, I'll probably go ahead and take that. We are currently above the VWAP. We are currently above the EMA on both of these, so there's no conflicting signals. Yesterday, when we hopped into these trades here, yesterday, let's see, was it? No, it was right here. Price was ultimately right here, sandwiched between, you can see how tight these VWAP bands were. So they were restricting, and the restricting and contraction theory. But let's see what we got here. So I think from 55.20 all the way to 25, there's going to be a bunch of sell orders, because that's where price took a turn yesterday. So I believe that's where a bunch of the sell orders are going to be this morning. And we'll see what happens, how they get filled. And I'm honestly looking to go long, because I know that 5,500 was a big level, and there was a bunch of buyers waiting down here. The buyers wanted this. Buyers wanted this price. And yesterday, when it had that turnaround, remember I said yesterday, if y'all watched the video, is that right here, this 55.34, buyers are going to want that back. But wouldn't you want it back at the best price? So they got a discount. So now I'm just going to follow what they're doing. And let's see, 55.21. So now we're in the 55.20s. I believe there's going to be a bunch of sell orders waiting. They may be absorbed by the buyers. There may be too strong of buying, and they might just go ahead and all get absorbed right now. But we'll see, because that's the price where market took the turn yesterday. And you can see on this chart here, we're getting there. 55.25 is where the market took the whole turnaround yesterday, and they were able to finance the move up overnight. So let's see what happens. We're getting some strong rejection there, but we're just gonna sit back and see what goes on with these markets. Let them show their hand. Stay tuned. All right, fam. So we took a slight L, and then we also took a slight W. So kind of mitigated that risk there. So I went long here because I saw what price was doing. This 5,500 level has been a price that they've been wanting, and it's been pushing off of. So I figured since it came down into the zone that it would have enough power to go up, and apparently it didn't. So when this pink candle closed right here on the Predator right here, you can reverse your position. So I reversed my position and got in. It trailed my stop at 4 points. If y'all look on, well, yeah, y'all probably can't see it right now, but 9 points was my TP. So it reversed position, came down, but we are in a choppy range. I put it in the chat earlier that we were in a very choppy range, so just to watch out for that. So yeah, we were in a very choppy range. So I took a little bit of an L, then I took a little bit of a W, so we took some of that money back. But now we're just gonna see like that 5,500 levels right here. We're gonna see what they want to do with that. My initial thought was to go long since we had all this overnight movement right here, but looks like during the US trading hours, the buyers keep wanting just to take price with them. So we're gonna go ahead and see what they want to do. I may take another trade, or I may stay out. We'll see. Try to get some of that money back, or I might just stay out. It's 9:26, probably around right around 9:30. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we were when I saw this long wick here, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of sellers in this market. So we'll see what happens. I may or may not trade again, but you know, if this video continues, you'll see. If not, then we might just end it here. But yeah, so stay tuned and we'll see what we do. All right, fam. So as you can see, I missed the big move. That's my own doing. Trust me, it's gonna happen more often than it isn't. I did mitigate my risk though, so I didn't lose as much as I thought I was gonna. So that's good. But we did take our first L, which I'm proud to say. We took our first L, and we took it on the chin. So, well, I'll say partial L because we didn't take a full L yet. But yeah, so right now I'm gonna try something a little different with this strategy right here. I enabled the shorts, so what's gonna do is it's gonna, if it retraces and it gives me another short signal, it's gonna enter me in a short automatically. We'll see how that works out. It looks like we're getting a slight reversal right now, but we'll see how that works. Like I said, guys, this is all new, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this for the first time. We'll see if it does in fact enter me short, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how that works. See what kind of deep retracement we get here. And if I lose on this trade, on this auto trade, then so be it. I'm not, you know, this is something, like I said, it's new for me, so I'm gonna try this out. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Looks like we're getting strong wicks. Looks like the buyers came in low, super low, and the buyer's been wanting price forever. I just want to go ahead and see how the auto feature works. I've never used it in auto, so I really want to see how that works. I'm okay with taking a loss on it. I'm not opposed to it, so it's not a big deal for me. Just so y'all know, you know, I'm not emotional. You can see I'm not emotional about these trades, so I want to see if how this auto feature works, and I'm gonna go ahead and set it up. I believe it's going to enter me in. It should enter me in on a short, the next short signal I get. So we'll see how that works out, if how that auto feature works. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. I may or may not just close down my cam and wait for this to happen, or I might just be right here and wait for it to happen. I'm not sure, so I'll let y'all know. Let's see if it gives me this short signal. It should enter me in, and I just want to see if it does in fact work. Like I said, guys, I'm not opposed to losing this trade. I'm completely okay with taking that risk. And it should enter me in a short with the parameters I have set if it does close. And if the short position doesn't close, then it won't enter me because I only have shorts enabled. So let's see if it does in fact enter me into a trade. gonna go ahead and disable it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just finish out the day. And then I'm gonna actually mess with some of the parameters of the trading system of the PredatorX system, and I'm gonna go ahead and deploy that tomorrow. We did miss the big move already. That's fine. I'm completely okay with that, because that's gonna happen, guys. This is a part of trading. There will always be opportunities. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and end the day with my first semi L. And yeah, appreciate y'all watching, guys, and we'll see y'all tomorrow when these markets open. Peace.